Hey guys, and welcome to Faith Works Designs. I'm Faith, and today we're taking a look at K&A Custom Fabrics. You guys have heard me talk about them all the time in my videos because I really love their fabric, and I've discovered recently their double-sided panels. Now, I did a video recently on my batch sewing, and I used a bunch of double-sided panels to make those purses. And while I was doing that video, I was like, I wonder how much you can actually get out of a double-sided panel if you tried really, really hard. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made all of this stuff on the table. I am also going to be telling you how much I paid per panel, how much I paid in materials to make the item, and then what kind of like how much I'll be able to sell them for and what the take home is, so that you guys can see that you can really make a great profit buying these double-sided panels. So let's get started. Let's start with the Faithwell storage tote. Now, it's a free pattern that's online, and it had just one handle in the front. And I went ahead and I did another video, gosh, forever ago, about how I ended up making two handles so that the kids could carry them around. Now, I did do a little bit of video of me putting these together, but they were very easy to do. And I wanted most of the outsides of these bags to be the panel. So I even used some of the pieces to, I put them together so that I could have the bottom of the bag, or the bottom of the panel together. If I sell them locally for $35 a piece, I did use about a half a yard of waterproof canvas on the inside, and then the foam that I used is around $6.99 a yard, I believe. I don't know. I'll put all of the math like on the screen for you guys so you can see how much I paid for each individual one. But these tend to not give me as good a profit, but they're really cute, and I thought because I made two of them that we could use them for toy bins. So let's see the next item. Alright, so the next project that I took on, I actually did get footage of myself making this honeydukes bag. Now, I wanted to do something special with it because Kim and Alex and I all had seen this clear vinyl that had the window kind of print on it recently, and we were like, we need to do this. So I didn't want to wait for a vinyl to be made, so I went ahead and I made my own, and hopefully you guys are watching that video now. And I made this cute little pocket for the outside, and then the back and all. And when I got done with that, that one's kind of a difficult one, so I wanted to do something a little more simple in case we do decide to make this a pattern. I wanted to do like just a zipper across the front. I'm going to be putting the math on the screen so that you guys can see how much I spent in materials, how much I'm going to sell them for, and then what kind of a profit I'm going to be making. So these bags turned out super cute. Now the chocolate frog bag, doing this type, the bins took basically all of the fabric for the double-sided panel. But for this size bag, I actually had a little bit left over, so I ended up making a wristlet, which I will show you guys in just a little bit. Alright, the next couple of things that I made were these cloth diaper pods. Now, I used to make these like all the time back in the day. I actually have a pattern for it if you want to go find it. I will link it down below. But I went ahead and I added a handle to this one. I need to add that to the pattern actually. But I got a bunch of this stitch fabric that they had run. It was one round where they just put stitch in a bunch of different situations, and I just thought it was really cute and decided to make the cloth diaper pods. Now, I did use waterproof canvas lining because I've had so many people ask me about the cloth diaper pods. Can you put waterproof canvas on the inside of them? And I'm like, yes, yes you can. I normally sell these for about $30. And then I will put the rest of the math on the screen so that you guys can see what I'll be selling them for, what I spent in materials, and then how much I'm actually going to make for a profit. Now, because those projects were small, I'll get to the next thing, and that is the wristlets. Now, I had the chocolate frog box panels. I went ahead and bought two because I know my customers like love the chocolate frogs. So I ended up making a wristlet. I actually ended up having enough that I could make two. So I have 2 of those wristlets. Then the cloth diaper pod didn't take all of the panel, so I went ahead and I made a stitch Captain America wristlet, and then a stitch, I guess that's Nightmare Before Christmas wristlet. So all of that extra, I've got 2 things on there, and all of the wristlets were kind of leftover material. So that's a great profit for you guys if you want to make sure that you save your scraps. Buy more than one of the same panel, you'll have enough to make something else. The next thing, so Kim and Alex wanted me to come up with this book design. Now, it doesn't look like a book right now, but when they do all of the artwork for the thing that's coming up for you guys, this will all look like a book. So they wanted me to make the design, and right now I need to make a working mock-up, meaning I need to make the design for them, but I also need to make something that I can sell. So you'll see 2 of those in today's video. So this pattern is not available yet, but it will be soon. It has cute little pockets on the outside, so I used that fabric for the back and the pockets, and this is all one panel, guys, to do the purse. Now, I did test myself, and I was like, I'd really like to have like 80% of the bag be, or the outside of whatever it is that I'm making, be the print. And so I tried really, really hard to stick with that. And so I thought that that turned out really cute, and I can't wait for you guys to see the pattern that's coming. But I still had enough fabric left over that I went ahead and I was able to make a wristlet. Again, it's the double-sided panels are going to be great for your profit. Alright, so the next item up is this little sling. And if I had cut a little bit more strategically, I probably could have gotten a wristlet out of this one, but I used, for most of the pieces I ended up using the black and white, so I didn't have enough for contrast to make another wristlet, but I probably could have gotten another wristlet out of it if I had tried hard enough. But I do have a little bit more of this fabric left that I could make like a coin pouch or something like that. So I will show you in the video how I kind of laid everything out. I would highly suggest when you get these double-sided panels to lay them out and then put your pattern pieces on top of it and make sure that everything's going to fit where you want it to fit. Because if you end up starting to cut everything out and then you don't have enough fabric, you're kind of stuck. So with each one of these things that I made, I stopped and laid everything out and made sure that I had enough fabric of both of them before I even got started. I love how the chocolate frog box purses and things came out. I think they look really, really nice. I think my customers are really, really going to love them. I kind of did a bunch of the blue on this one so that I'd have more of the coordinate that goes with the panel to do other things like this. So I ended up using the leftovers and everything for this one, and then the leftovers that I had for this one I ended up making 2 of the wristlets. So I got a lot out of it. Alright, so the last item I kind of cheated a little bit with. I wanted 80% of the outside to be the fabrics themselves, the double-sided panels, but I ended up getting a text from Kim and Alex, and they were like, we need this design, can you please do it for us? And I was in the middle of making this video, and I was like, okay, I can, but I'm going to use this. So if this gives you a visual of what's coming soon, if it's not already out before this video goes out, and it won't be Pokemon, but I used the front panel for the front, and I wanted to like visually show them what it would look like if they did this design, and so that's why the buttons and the gray are all there. It's coming. And so I put the coordinating panel on the back, and that way it wasn't wasted. But I do have a lot more of this fabric. I could have made a wristlet for it, but just time-wise, I kind of set myself a goal of when I needed to have these done by, because there are some amazing things that I've got to get done and recorded and up for you guys. You guys are gonna, if you like Harry Potter, you are gonna be set this year. There are so many designs coming for Harry Potter. So what did you think? I know that was a lot. I got 15 items out of those 10 panels, and I probably could have got about 2 more, I think. Maybe 3. if I had tried really hard. Again, if you make teeny tiny things, you know, obviously you'll get more out of it. But using the bigger panels, I know my customers kind of like the sling bags, and they kind of like a lot of the other stuff. This is the kind of stuff they want to see. So for me this year, I'm going to be trying really hard to kind of cut back on my spending. I've done my taxes the last 2 years and things have been rough. You know, the economy has been horrible. The last 2 years have been kind of rough. So this year I'm going to be cutting back a lot on a lot of the stuff that I spend money on. So one of the ways that you can kind of cut your budget in half is just buying the panels. Now, I believe they're $16.99 for the extra large. I will put it up here if it's not so. But if you use the panels instead of buying I think it's $24 a yard. Some websites is $28, so you just have to watch. You're kind of cutting that spending in half while still making the profit that you need to make off these bags. And so that's why I really like the double-sided panels. I think they are super helpful in helping you be able to give your customers the items that they want, but yet not having to make you spend as much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up, or if you want to subscribe and see what else we're going to be making. Like I said, Harry Potter is coming. There are so many bags. We're making wallets and bags this year, so there's a lot coming, and they're coming in today. That's why I needed to wrap this video up, because I've got to be able to show you guys all the cool stuff. So anyway, if you want to subscribe so that you don't miss that, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Or if you have any questions, comments, if there's a pattern that you saw and you're like, what pattern is that? Where did you get it from? Just leave them in the comment section down below. I do check those daily. And thanks again for joining us on Faith Works Designs. Bye, guys.